POV. Eviction day of non-paying tenant. $13,000 in arrears after 6 months with LTB.
Michelle, the sheriff, open up. Do we know if she's home?
Yep. Her bikes and stuff are outside.
Michelle, the sheriff, open up.
John, you first change the lock.
Someone's not going to speak on it. I don't want to shut the door so you get ready to get home. You have your locks?
Day 2. Back to collect belongings and won't let us remove the front door. Hired 2 security guards to make sure day goes smooth.
Is that her sitting in the middle of the door? Is this her? Like sitting there looking like she's smoking in the middle of the door?
Door. Hired 2 security back to collect belongings and won't let us remove the front door. Hired 2 security guards to make sure day goes smooth. Light cigarette in hallway.
4th floor.
4th floor?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, you're standing here to keep me away from them so they can take the fucking door off. So now my animals have free reign. So now they're gonna end up in the hallway.
No, they're not. Look at them.
Yeah, do you know my animals?
Michelle, you have 2 options. Are you moving out or not?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, go ahead, move out.
No, are you just standing there? You're gonna stay here the whole time?
I'm going to make sure your animals don't get out.
You're
Like
gonna
I
stand
said.
here the whole time.
The security guards are going to help.
Day 3. Aftermath, what they left behind.
Okay, yeah, maybe you can.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, that was supposed to be.
Holy fuck. Oh my god, dude. Are you fucking kidding me?
Day 4. All junk removed and ready for renovation.
I have a question. And I have a question that I can honestly say that I don't have the answer to. Because I want to ask you guys, at what point do we give people who clearly, if left to their own devices, are going to be prone to spiraling out of control? At what point do we intervene and try to insert some form of intervention, right, when we see them going down that slippery slope that's going to lead to nothing but despair and chaos? And then at what point do we just decide it's a lost cause and you just have to let them get whatever consequences they're going to get, and they're going to have to try to figure it out, and they ultimately may find out that they don't have the answers, and then they have to deal with the finality of that and truly live with what they've brought on themselves. Because look at this image again. Look at this image. And did you see when the landlord came in there and he was like, oh my goodness. Because ultimately he's going to have to clean it up. And we give a lot of slack, especially all these empathetic people who are nowhere to be found when people are out of control and leading them down nowhere. But then they're empathetic when it gets here. But I never really see people be empathetic for the people who have to clean up after them when they just decide to move on and leave all their trash for you to have to deal with. Because if we can intervene in here and we can actually, if they're actually receptive to what people who are more reasonable have to share with them to help them, then I think we can turn this around before it gets to this point. But at a certain point, if you're not receptive to the help, then I feel like at a certain point, we just got to let you deal with whatever the results you're going to, and whatever the outcomes are that are going to befall you because of your own choices. Because, I mean, did she seem like she was receptive, or she was being, like trying to work with people? Or did even at that point, it was just like no accountability? So I'm a little bit torn on that.
Why I got an eviction notice or whatever, but I pay my rent. But they had put like my charges of when they came and fixed my door, they put that on my rent, but I didn't pay that because I told them I wasn't gonna pay that because they want me to pay $1,600 for them replacing my door, but it took them like 2 months to replace my door. In 1 month I had no door, so I had no privacy when I had company and stuff like that because I had no door between my room and the bathroom. And also I told them I had trauma, so I was having nightmares just like that from me not having a door. So I told them from the jump I wasn't gonna pay that $1,600 because it's no way you're gonna pay that much money, and I couldn't even have peace of mind in my own unit. But to think you're going to evict me, like I don't have a receipt of me paying my rent. I mean, you can try it, but I mean, I doubt it'll go any far. But let's go. I don't play chess.
I mean, on one end, how did the door get broken to where it needed to be replaced? That's the obvious question that comes to mind, right? Like, how did a perfectly good door all of a sudden need to get replaced? But at the same time, who spent almost $2,000 on a door? I'm not buying that one. So she may be right to challenge that. I'm not gonna lie, because we're not talking about the front door. She's saying this was connected from her bathroom leading into her bedroom. So I don't know about that one. That's a stretch. They must really want her out of there. And of course, there's probably other parts of this that we may not be getting. Maybe what she's thinking is the door cost. Might be late fees that she might have been accruing over time, right? But just going off what she's saying, which she didn't say much, but we know that she's getting evicted. But going off what she's saying, I would say $1,600 for a door is wild. But but yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much else.
Okay, so I had to go pick my daughter up from school, but I'm literally in the middle of an eviction right now, okay? And this is why a lot of us don't be feeling sorry for y'all. Like, at first I was gonna start crying, okay? Because I'm still new, and I'm still a new property manager, okay? So I'm overseeing a lot of evictions right now, okay? This is maybe my second eviction. Okay, so we hired an off-duty the off-duty sheriff department to come and evict people, because in the state of Georgia, Brian Kemp just passed a new law in the state of Georgia. After a judge ultimately rules against you for whatever reason, we can do either one or two things. The property management company, landlord, owner, or whatever, we can do one or two things: wait for a court-appointed sheriff to come get you out the unit, which could take a couple of weeks after your hearing, right? Or we can hire off duties to come pull your about that apartment, okay? And that's quicker. My company always opt for the off duties because they want y'all that apartment, okay? I just went to this first unit and I wanted to cry because dude was like, we didn't even know y'all was coming. I didn't know they was coming. They just sent their ass. They didn't give me, like, I got the email, but that was like 11 o'clock this morning. I thought it was going to take more time for them to get here, like maybe another day or so. They came the same day. All right, so I'm just as shocked as you are, sir. All right. And then he was like, well, can we work something out? Then he pretend like he was paying through Flex. Well, sir, I looked at your account before we came over here, and we haven't gotten a payment from you since last December. Okay, so if you have been paying Flex, somebody been taking your damn money. Can I get Flex on the phone? No, you cannot. What can I do? Pay $7,000 right now and get evicted? Them your only two options. I called the owner. The owner was like, yeah, he got to pay $7,000.
See? And she's still trying to, have a heart with this. But again, we end up at that dilemma. How do you intervene, right? In this case, bro, pay your rent on time. Stop playing and stop spending your money on chicks and dates and whatever it is that you choose to spend your money on, that you choose to prioritize over being sustainable and having a roof over your head. But who thinks he's just still going to do whatever he wants to do? So then you just have to, when it comes and he's trying to play in your face like he's paying it now, hold on, man. You didn't know that you should have paid your stuff? Because if you're paying it now when the consequences come, that means that you had it, but you're delinquent. So why weren't you just paying it on time to begin with, man? Why are we playing games? That's the issue, and that's what makes it to where you just have to let people get whatever's coming to them when they make decisions to do whatever they feel like doing at the time.
$7,000 or get evicted. Well, I ain't got $7,000. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, because my thing is, what the fuck you been doing the money? Well,
he owes $7,000.
I called the owner. The owner was like, yeah, he got to pay $7,000 or get evicted. Well, I ain't got $7,000. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, because my thing is, what the fuck you been doing the money since December? Okay, you should have some money stacked up. I know shit happens, but shit been happening for a whole.
What you been doing since December? And it's December right now. This dude ain't been paying his month for a long time. And see, this is what I mean when I say y'all get to do whatever y'all want, go unquestioned, unchecked, ignore the interventions that people try to help you with, but then what's left is the mess for somebody else to clean up because she didn't get her money. And that's an opportunity cost that she could have been making this whole time. That's the thing. And that's the dilemma that I'm at with this. Because it's like, okay, if you're ignorant, that's one thing. But if you just don't listen and you're just not receptive, then that's a totally different animal. And I think that when you see a lot of people in certain positions, that's usually the root cause of it. But we don't like to talk about that. But y'all tell me in the comments what y'all think. Y'all like the video, also subscribe if you want to join the Limitless Legion. Cash App's link below if you want to tip the channel. Buy your boy iced coffee. And also feel free to join the Patreon where I'll post self-improvement content. Until then, I'll catch you in the next video.